Israel were being massacred by the Pharaoh on account of their faith and knowing that there was a Moses that was going to be born from amongst them. And that's why Pharaoh was killing each generation one by one, the males. What did they need and long for more than anything else? God gave it to them. God gave them a land by which they could live freely in. Now, the fact that God gives them that land, that has to be on the premise that they are living according to the rules of God, or that they are living in a way in which God, or that they don't actually do the things that the Pharaoh is doing. Because otherwise they're no better than the Pharaoh. If you're going to do exactly the same things as a Pharaoh did, massacre people, kill people, and so on and so forth, then the people that you are going to kill and going to massacre are going to make the same dua. We want a sovereign land from ourselves. We're being killed by these people. So again, it's not a blessing that is in the sense of God is choosing a people over others. It is in the sense that we are giving you kings, we're giving you leadership, divine leadership. And with divine leadership, outside of prophets, and sovereignty outside of prophets, such as kings, there is duties that come along with this. Number two. And last, number three, we gave you what he had not given anyone else in the world. And what are those things that God gave? God gave them a land. God gave them revelation. God gave them all the chances that he had not given to other people. Think about this question. You know, when you see the Old Testament and you see the number of nations that God destroys, right? Let's just take Noah's community. Noah prayed against them. God destroyed those. And you have it with so many other prophets in the Quran as well, that their communities were prayed against them, or they used to say, all right, we challenge God, bring your disaster if you're truthful. And then God destroyed them. Allah gave a special blessing to the people of Banu Israel, that generally speaking, what you can see is every time God asks them to do something, they fail. They create blasphemy, corruption, murder. God doesn't destroy them. God gives them another chance. God gives them another chance. God gives them another chance. You know, they were said to don't do business on the Sabbath. What did they do? They went out, put their fishing nets in order to try to trick God that they weren't going to do business and catch fish on the day of the Sabbath. God saw what they were doing. Or he says, I'm going to take Moses, I'm going to give him revelation. They started worshipping an idol again in 40 days. Every time they disobey God and challenge God and say God is, God's hand is shackled, every time they blaspheme against God, God gives them another chance. So it is not simply by saying he's not, when we say he has given you something that he has not given to anyone else in the world, he's given you chance after chance, he's given you guidance after guidance.